This young lady is paired up with a liar, and I guess she got to her last straw and she didn't cover for his lies. Actually, she exposed him. So then she posted in the Am I the A-hole subreddit saying, Am I the a-hole for calling out my boyfriend in front of his mom for pretending he cooks when it's actually me? She's saying pretending he cooks, but basically he was outright lying. So she's 21, he's 24, and they live together. She says, I've been dating my boyfriend for over a year. We moved in together a few months ago. He's sweet, funny, and does take care of stuff around the house, except cooking. That's all me. Breakfast, me. Dinner, me. Leftovers magically turned into something new, also me. And I actually enjoy cooking, so it's not a big deal, or at least it wasn't. The thing is, whenever his mom visits or we go to her house, he brags about all these meals he made. Like he'll say, Oh, yeah, that garlic butter salmon, I threw that together in 20 minutes. Or I made her this chili from scratch last week. She loved it. I'm just standing there next to him like, What chili? I made that while you were on the couch watching YouTube videos about motorcycles. At first, I let it slide because I thought maybe he just wanted to look good in front of his mom. But last weekend, we had dinner with his family, and he fully leaned into the chef boyfriend act. His mom literally hugged him and said, I'm so glad you found someone who inspires your passion for cooking. And I just snapped. I said, Actually, I'm the one who cooked all these meals. He can barely boil water without asking if it's supposed to bubble. He looked super embarrassed, and his mom just kind of blinked at us. He got quiet for the rest of the night and later told me I embarrassed him and made it weird with his family. I told him if he wants credit, he should start actually cooking. I didn't yell, I didn't curse. I just finally said what was true. But now he's being weird about it, and our mutual friend said I could have handled it privately instead of in front of his mom. So now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole for finally calling him out at dinner? I didn't want to be petty, but I was tired of standing there like his sous chef with no name. Also side note, he still hasn't made anything since, not even toast. So y'all should probably already know how I feel about these young ladies shacking up with these dudes. She is going to end up being the one who does the majority of the heavy lifting. She does say that he is participating in other ways, but he knows that he's supposed to be cooking. That's the reason why he is lying to his mom. And this is one lie. And obviously, if you are a liar, if you don't have integrity, that could very easily turn into other lies. So it is good that she is nipping it in the bud. But the thing is, he actually should learn how to cook because that is a life skill. But instead of learning how to cook, he's just learning how to lie and mad at her for not participating in the lie. I'm with this very first person saying, Why are you dating a liar? And she's doing it so young. She's 21. Y'all already know because I say this all the time. Do not give your 20s to these people. And the way it ends up happening when you are living with these people, you as the woman end up doing way too much, way too soon. And it is draining. They get to tap into your resources of time, energy, and resources. And she's going to end up being the one, even if they are splitting things financially, in an even way. She's not going to be, she's going to be giving probably too much of her time and energy. So, and on top of that, he's a liar, like this first person said. But let's just go ahead and jump into the comments. I'm sure y'all know how I feel about this, just simply because she is young and he's shown himself to be a liar. But she is in the comments. Serrano II wonders, why are you dating a liar? This guy doesn't even have enough respect for you to not lie about you to your face. The bar is in hell if you put up with this, not the a-hole. If he didn't want to be publicly embarrassed, he shouldn't publicly lie. There, that's very simple right there. And here's the OP saying, honestly, you're not wrong. I didn't expect it to bother me so much until it kept happening. See, okay. He is continuing to lie. Okay. It's weird because it's not like cooking is a competition. I'd literally be happy if he learned to cook anything, even scrambled eggs. But yeah, pretending in front of his mom like he's Gordon Ramsay while I'm in the background chopping onions, nah. It felt gross. I guess I brushed it off too long because it seemed small, but now I'm starting to realize it says a lot about how he sees credit and respect in the relationship. So yeah, I'm rethinking a few things. Good for you. And then she says, "Thanks for being honest and for not sugarcoating it. LOL." That is amazing. I'm glad that she is starting to rethink things. I didn't know that this man was continually lying, because if that is the case, then yes, there is going to be a problem. And like she said, it's going to be a competition. And you do not want to be in a competition that says that he is insecure. And that is not a good thing for the long term of a relationship. Croissant's B word says also, his mom was quiet because she was thinking about how effing stupid her son must be to say something like that in front of the person who actually does all the cooking, and that she's disappointed he took credit for your hard work. It's one thing to not cook and do other tasks instead, it's another to take credit for the cooking you have never done. Exactly. And this person, Stock Sales, says it's probably not the first time he's done something like this, and she's concerned about him. She probably hoped he'd grown out of this kind of behavior. This is a good comment. Lumpy Marsupio said, popping in to say, "You didn't make it weird, he made it weird." Taking credit for other people's work isn't just making yourself look undeservedly bigger, it's also making the person who did the work look less than or smaller. He was repeatedly making you look like you're less than you are in front of his family. He was using you as a stepladder to get pats on the head, pride in his actions, and praise he never earned. He's so desperate for their praise and attention that he's willing to stand on you to get it, but still not willing to actually cook. And that is weird. Your mutual friend is saying you did wrong, yet either they're not actually mutual, they're his, or he's lying to them too about what happened and about his cooking actions. He expected you to lay down so he could stand on you. Doing that even the first time is weird and needy as F. Continuing it repeatedly is gross. You finally calling him on it is the problem? No. But you certainly have problems. Problem one, boyfriend who's willing to disrespect you and harm your reputation and feelings. Problem two, a boyfriend who refuses accountability for his actions and blames you for the consequences of his shitty behavior. Consider deeply. This is the basis for stuff that gets ugly. That comment was so thorough. Like, literally, there's nothing else that needs to be said. Dude is a problem. The friend that wants to protect the friend is a problem. And mama is a problem if she knew that she had a son that was a liar and kind of went along with the fake praise. Yellow Beast Jeep says, not the a-hole. If he wanted the subject of who cooks in your relationship to be private, then he shouldn't have discussed it with his mom. He opened the door. Of course, you walked through it. And here's the OP saying, exactly, like, I wasn't trying to cause drama, but if he's going to go full master chef mode in front of his mom, I'm not just going to stand there and nod while he takes credit for my garlic butter skills. I didn't even roast him, just told the truth. He kind of opened that oven door himself. Exactly. Don't let liars get away with lying. This person at the bottom says, "You're a bigger person than me. I'm ultra petty and I go full on cooking strike until he apologizes to everyone who is present for discrediting me and lying about cooking and attempts every dish he lied about making. He wants the credit, he can put in the work. I like that. Make him put in the work and make sure you hold him accountable for lying and make sure that he actually does the work to make up for it." She continues with, "Also, I know this is such a Reddit go to, but frankly, why are you still with him? He erases your labor, steals your credit for said labor, then acts like you're the problem. Behavior issues like that rarely go away, especially if he hasn't shown any accountability. This issue may not seem alarming, but it can easily escalate. If you stay, be vigilant." And I completely agree with the fact that this can escalate, especially since they are so young and so new to the relationship, and he's already doing this. This is not a good precedent, and it's not going to bode well if you are living with a liar. Let me know what you think. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share.